I finally got it! The OPPO Find N3 phone, aka the OnePlus Open. This phone is literally 100% identical to the OnePlus Open. It's just that OPPO and OnePlus is, they're targeting different markets. So in different regions, this phone will be known as the OPPO Find N3, whereby in other markets, for the US for example, it will be the OnePlus Open. It's literally the same phone. Yes, I'm gonna call it the OPPO Find N3 Fold because there's the flip, so this should be just called the Fold, but the official name doesn't have the word Fold. But I digress, here's the phone itself. The OPPO Find N3 Fold. It's an interesting phone, and this phone is running the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 as far as I know. Let me double confirm that for you guys to see. And here it says Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, and the screen, I'm not sure what's the resolution, let me check. 2484 by 1116. Again, kind of a weird kind of resolution for these foldable devices. So we will head straight into Genshin Impact to proceed with our gaming test. And the first thing that I want to show you guys is to do this. Swipe in, and then you can see a bunch of stuff here. Remember to turn on Pro Gamer mode to get the best performance possible. So when the game is starting, swipe in from here, scroll all the way down, enable system status so we can see CPU, GPU, and the FPS all there for us to see. And I need to zoom out the camera a bit because the screen is weird. We will talk about it a bit later. So we are playing the game at the highest graphical quality at 60 FPS to see how far we can push it. So as you can see, everything at the highest 60 FPS. Just to confirm that, if we press highest again, nothing will change except for the FPS, so that's good. So what we're gonna do is just to go around the place, farm a bit. This kind of initial lag is to be expected since it needs to load everything for the first time when you launch the game. So do expect some initial hiccups, but after that, as you can see, it's very smooth. The FPS meter says that we are not getting 60 FPS, which is okay. I'm not sure what's the render resolution of this game on the Find N3, so yeah, there's no way to check it, only Samsung allows us to check the render resolution. So we'll head straight into this crab boss because I kinda like to bully this crab boss, so why not? Yeah, so far the frame rate is really good. We're getting near 60 FPS for the entire gameplay, and I think I do have quite a lot of condensed resin. Is it? Let me check. Where do I check resin? I have 3. Okay, so let's go farm some stuff. We're aiming for sub 1 minute. Can we do it? I think we can finish it within a minute, right? Could be faster, but 55 seconds is what we get for the first round, so let's do that again. This is so sad. Okay, at least it's percent, attack percent. It's okay, not too bad. This is trash. Let me just lock this in. Once again, we're aiming for sub 1 minute. Let's see how fast we can go. Ooh, that was fast. 49 seconds. That's a 6-second improvement. So let's do the last round now. Do we get rubbish? Attack percent sense. Nope. This is the final round for today. Okay, that's it. This is 50-second round. Not too bad, not too good, but okay. At least we did it within a minute. So for the last round, what do we get? I guess it's all trash again. Trash. Okay, so we can go for 2 more rounds since I do have that the thing that I got from the teapot. So let's go and craft some stuff. Surprisingly, we're only getting around 40 something FPS right now. Not too sure what happened. Maybe it did thermal throttle. But that's interesting because we started with around 60 FPS, but it's stabilizing at around 45 now. Oh, this guy is dying. Okay, that was fast. We got around, a minute because I was standing around, but okay. Need to heal this guy. Not too bad. Might as well because it's damage bonus. So this is our absolute last round for this domain. And the frame rate isn't looking too good. I don't know why. We shall try it again when we go outside later. Wrong character. "43 seconds. I think that's the fastest for today. But anyway, we shall end this and go back out. Kinda curious why the frame rate has dropped so much. But this is not good. This is also not good. Okay, we shall leave. Okay, so I have expanded this meter thing to display the real details, as in what's the number telling us. So as we can see, the frame rate is indeed dropping. We're getting around 40 something, which is definitely not the best here. So we shall roam around, defeat some stuff, farm some stuff. You know what, let's just head back to the new region and then we shall take the temperature, because I do have my guesses on why this device is thermal throttling to this point. But the Galaxy Z Fold 5 that we have tested since its release, you can watch at the top right corner there, this phone didn't thermal throttle this badly. Actually, this phone ran very well in terms of its performance for this game. So let's just roam around some more before we take the temperature. Yeah, as you can see, we're only getting around 40 something FPS, mostly around 44, 45 FPS, which is very curious to me since this phone doesn't feel like, oh yeah, there is a lot of excessive heating around the camera bump part. Not too bad, but it's definitely around 40 something degrees Celsius. And let's just walk back to the city. Where's the city? Okay, this is where we started off and this is where we will end this test. So I'll start the thermal cam, and as you can see, the frame rate is indeed hovering around 40, 43 in the city. And yeah, let's take the temperature now. So for foldable devices, the chipset will be on this half here where the camera bump is located. So the chipset will be right beside the camera bump, so somewhere around here will be the hottest. And this part here where there's only screen will be the coolest half. So if we take the thermal cam, we can see that this top half here we are getting around 41 point something, 41 degrees Celsius around the hottest spot that we can see. And as shown by the orange color gradient, that is the hottest spot of this device. So 41.7, 41.2, can it reach? Oh, okay, that's interesting. It actually got hotter. So around 42.78. Is it still rising? Now 42.78, that's the hottest that you can get. So around the bottom here, we can see that it is cooler by quite a lot. So we are only getting around 35.78 degrees Celsius. So nothing much to talk about here. And I did realize the frame rate has been jumping between 40 and also 44 FPS. And I suppose that is thermal throttling happening. So what you can see just now, the temperature going up and down, is because they try to boost up more frame rate. So the temperature will increase. Then when it hits the thermal throttling limit, the frame rate drops back down. So we're getting around 43 degrees Celsius right now. Let me focus. Oh, we can actually find another hotspot which is around 45, 44 degrees Celsius. So this device is definitely a lot hotter than I expected it to be, but overall the gaming performance is still fine. Not the best, but not the worst either. So at the back here, what are we getting? So the camera bump is gonna be real cool since it's only a camera bump. So right below the camera bump is around 40 degrees Celsius, so it's still very comfortable to hold, just slightly warm to the touch. Nothing much to see here, and the hottest spot is gonna be around this area here. So if we're gonna take the temperature again, we can see the temperature has now dropped to around 43 degrees Celsius. So yeah, it's definitely not the coolest Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 phone, but the reason why I suspect it is so is because of its thinness. So you can see this phone is really thin and you can't really beat physics. If you go thin, that means there's less material for it to kick out heat from the chipset. So yeah, and this big camera bump isn't helping either, since it kind of reduces the amount of surface area that it has for heat to dissipate out from the device. And I am testing this at a air-conditioned room of 27 degrees Celsius. It's always been this way, and yeah, I guess the thinness is definitely affecting the temperature of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, because if you watch our gaming test video for the Z Fold 5, this phone doesn't have the issues found on this phone. Oh, one more thing that I do like about this phone is that, you see, we're playing this game here, if we close the phone, it will ask us to swipe up to continue. If we do, then the game will just automatically resize. I think this is a very nice feature for OPPO to have, as in the swipe to continue feature. I really do wish Samsung will add that to their phone as well. But the ability to quickly swap between the big screen to the small screen is also doable on the Galaxy Z Fold 5. So yeah, just some perks with foldable devices. And yeah, this phone is definitely getting a lot warmer. So let's head to the next game. So there are two issues while playing this game on the OPPO Find N3. The first one, of course, is this camera cutout here for the selfie camera. Yeah, the icon has been blocked by the cutout, which is annoying since I got so used to the Galaxy Z Fold 5's under display camera, and there's just a bunch of not so high resolution pixels there, but I can still make up the image of what it is trying to show. But instead here we just got a cutout which is jarring. I can rotate the phone like this, so the game rotates and I can fix that issue, which is actually a valid solution since, you know, it's gonna be here anyway, so I'm not gonna bother with it. And the second issue is actually present on all foldable phones. So when you start a game, it will rotate to landscape mode. But for foldable devices, once you go into landscape mode, it is actually taller than it is wider. So all of the UI elements of games like this will get squished inwards, making it look taller rather than wider. It's not an issue that is exclusive to the OPPO Find N3. I just want to highlight that since we are, you know, talking about gaming anyway in this video. And let's move on to PUBG Mobile. Okay, so now we are at PUBG Mobile. As you can see, the settings available is pretty standard, I would say. So if we want to go for 90 FPS, we can only use the lowest graphical settings, which is smooth. PUBG Mobile is just horrible in terms of its optimization for any phones out there right now, even Snapdragon chip phones. So let's just hop into a game and be done with this game because it's just that bad. Yeah, I think I'll just move on to the next game. As you can see, PUBG Mobile 90 FPS, really no issue for any modern smartphone at all. Okay, so now we have PUBG New State. As you can see, this is so much better than PUBG Mobile, so 90 FPS, ultra high, and everything is shown here. And there might be one issue, so let me just turn on this thing first. And we'll hit into a game before I talk about it. So do remember we are playing this game at 90 FPS, but as you can see in this waiting lobby here, we're only getting 60 FPS, which means PUBG New State is still not whitelisted by the OPPO Color OS to run beyond 60 FPS, so we're only getting 60 FPS, that's it. Even though in the graphical settings menu, we are using it in the 90 FPS mode. Where is the graphics? So 90, but we're only getting 60. That is what I mean by not whitelisting this game to run beyond 60 FPS. It's quite unfortunate actually. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 can handle this game without any issues at all, so no idea why OPPO decided to implement this kind of features. This plane looks weird. Anyway, let's start jumping. As you can see, the field of view is a bit weird because of the phone's aspect ratio. I can't do anything about it. This is an inherent issue with foldable devices. Once you open up the device and it becomes this kind of squarish shape, yeah, this kind of field of view will happen. Field of view, I mean by the camera is very close to the character, so the amount of things that you can see is quite limited. Oh, a gun right away, that's good. Yeah, this field of view is really annoying. Why is the camera so up close to the character? I mean, it's just way too close, but at least I can see quite a lot of stuff. Not sure if the game allows me to zoom out a bit. While we are running in this direction, might as well just go into the settings menu. Oh, there's someone shooting. So let's continue. I think there should be a camera setting for it. Camera view, field of view, can we zoom out? Is that zooming out? Yes. No, that is not zooming out, it's still the same. Again, PUBG New State 60 FPS not gonna be an issue. It's quite a waste actually. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 can handle this game at 90 FPS without an issue, but OPPO once again implemented this kind of features to help with it. I just wish they remove this feature because it will help all of gamers by a lot. Yeah, you think you're a cow, I can't see you. Let me steal your cow. I'm a cow now. Yeah, let's just stay in this game for a little while before moving on to COD Mobile. There's someone there. Oh, no bullet. Yeah, I think it's time to head on to the next game. Okay, so for COD Mobile, we can actually go for maximum everything, I think. Oh, not available yet. Highest graphical quality will be available for a few more devices in the future, but not available for this phone yet. Very high, but only max frame rate. I'll go for Ultra. So for this phone, we can go, it says we can go 120 FPS for multiplayer, which is okay. I will take that as face value for now. And these are all of the settings that I'm using. Super resolution turned on, which means it should be running at the native resolution. And variable rate shading is turned off so that we are pushing the chipset to its highest limit. And if we enable this status thing and jump into a game, what frame rate do we get? Oh, we are getting 120 FPS, which is a very good sign. That means OPPO just enabled this game to run at its whatever resolution that we want to run it in. So we can get around 120 while running around, which is a good sign. Oh. So we can maintain somewhere slightly lower than 120 FPS, which is, I'd say, still okay, not bad. I'm not used to this interface, this button interface on fold phones. It's a bit weirder than traditional phones. Ooh! Oh, so bright. And that's it, we win. So, COD Mobile, at the super resolution setting enabled, we are getting nearly 120 FPS throughout the entire gameplay, which is real good. I see a lot of 117, 118, which means it's near 120. I mean, when you go for high frame rate like this, I don't think it's that easy to maintain a high frame rate, but that's beside the point. It's still a very amazing gaming experience in COD Mobile. So for Mobile Legends, as you can see, this is a bit weird. So we can go Ultra, which is already a good sign, but the interface has a lot of black bars at the top and bottom. But does it actually appear while we're in a game? Let's check it out right now by entering a game. Alright, surprisingly, the game actually fills up everything available, as in all of the pixels available for us to use. So those black bars are only in the main menu, and that is to be expected since it's kind of annoying to rescale everything just for foldable devices. So I'm glad to see that the game actually takes up the entire screen. I wish I don't die, that's it. Oh, I should also enable this thing. So this game, unfortunately, it can only run at 60 FPS, which is real sad. I thought we can get a better frame rate for this game, right? But no. We can only get 60, which again, this phone will handle the game at 60 FPS, not an issue at all. So yeah, let's just play a little longer just to see how things go. It won't change, by the way, but I just want to continue playing for a while. Can you not? Sir, you're gonna die. Wow, my team is real horrible. Yeah, my team is bad. Real bad. Yeah, my team is real bad. yeah, Mobile Legends is gonna run fine on this phone, 60 FPS, not gonna be an issue at all. Just to double confirm, I will check the settings once more. How do I go there? Yeah, we are at Ultra, but again, this phone just doesn't allow us to go beyond 60 FPS, which is real sad. As far as I know, this game is able to run 120 FPS on certain phones. So yeah, we're gonna lose for sure. So let's just lose real quick, right? Swift N. So now we have done the gaming test for the OPPO Find N3 Fold. What do I think about its performance? Well, I would have to say it is kind of disappointing, slightly disappointing, because the temperature is a lot higher and hence it did thermal throttle in Genshin Impact at the highest graphical setting, which I did not expect it to happen to a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset phone, and I didn't expect it to happen to this phone as well, since the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is able to handle that game, highest render resolution. But yeah, this phone will still handle all other games properly, no problems at all. It's just Genshin Impact being the only one in our gaming test that is kind of funky. And OPPO, if you're watching this video, please do not use that whitelist system anymore. Just let us enable whatever frame rate that we want on whatever game that has that feature. So for example, PUBG New State, it can go 90 FPS, but for some reason it is still locked at 60. Same goes to Mobile Legends, which is again disappointing that this kind of issues still present in the year 2023, moving to 2024 real soon. But yeah, this phone, the review will come soon. It is a very interesting device, and yeah, we'll see you there. If you have any other questions regarding this phone that you want to see in our full review, then let me know down in the comment section below. I will be sure to read